Welcome back. So I just wanted to come on here and quickly update you guys on what has been going on. So we just finished week 3. So next week is our first exam, and I just wanted to bring you guys along with me on how I'm going to be studying for mental health, since it's quite different this semester how I'm going to be studying. So I'm kind of iffy on how to study for this class. So right now I'm heading out to Starbucks. We do not have clinical today, so I'm taking this time to go force myself to go to Starbucks to go study. Yesterday I did get to attend an AA meeting that we're required to attend for mental health. So for our school we're required to attend an AA meeting and also like another type of meeting in order to get points for our grade. So like, you know, it's like a required assignment that we have to do, and we have to answer these questions, have to have like the place that we go to sign the form and stuff like that. Yesterday I was able to attend the AA meeting with some classmates, and it was an eye-opener. And then everyone there was so welcoming, and you know, it was at a church, you guys. I was supposed to go to a different area here where I live close to my house, but they never answered my phone, so I ended up going with my other classmates super far away. It was like a 20-minute drive. Went to a church, and everyone there was so kind and so opening, and you know, like it's just like an eye-opener, because you don't really know what people are feeling when it comes to dealing with these types of situations with alcoholism. And you know, it's like an open group, so anyone can come. And we basically just got there, and then we told the main person that we're just gonna observe and that we're nursing students. And of course we did have to introduce ourselves. You know, I was quite nervous to attend because I didn't really know what to expect, but you know, after attending at that certain area, it was just amazing. I really liked it. It's just an eye-opener, and I really try not to cry, because I feel like some situations, you know, were just sad. But it was an eye-opener. We also ended up recommending this area to our classmates. So yeah. Hello you guys, welcome back. So just wanted to come on here and update you guys. I know it's been a while since I have last updated you guys, but we are in week 4, and I have officially basically passed my first exam for mental health. I know it sounds crazy, because I told you guys that I was going to bring you guys along with me, you know, when it comes to like studying and stuff like that. But I did not film at all, just because I didn't really study for the first exam. I crammed everything in like 2 days, which I don't advise, just because I feel like it really wasn't a lot of material. But then like once I got into it, I feel like I needed more than 2 days. But you know, that's also like, you know, my fault for, you know, procrastinating. Usually guys, I never procrastinate when it comes to exams. Like I study for like 3 to 4 days is my goal to study for exams. But for some reason I don't know what it was that I did not study for my first exam. But for my next exam, I know for sure that I'm going to put in more time. And also we have like a farm exam too, that I feel like personally I need to put in the time to study for that farm exam, even though it's just like memorizing drugs. But you know, we'll see how that goes. But yes, I've survived. We are in week 4 already, and I took my exam this morning. So basically we have our exams in person. If you guys do not know, we have mental health in person. So basically that's the class. So basically, you know, for that class, for mental health, we just got there. We met at the library, at the computer lab, and we took our exams like if we were taking it at home. The only thing is that like the camera wasn't turned on, but it was all locked down browser. And then, you know, from there, let me try to log into my class, guys. Hold on. What happened was that we got there, we took our exam, we were allowed to be there by 8:30. So I got there a little bit earlier, studied with one of my classmates, we reviewed, but I was just so anxious that I just wanted to get the exam over with. So we somewhat reviewed, and then I went to go take my exam. 48 questions, 5 select all the apply questions, and I passed. I basically was almost, then it took me like 30 to 45 minutes to finish my exam, but I feel like I would have taken a little bit more time, but everyone finished the exam super quick, you know, that I was surprised with. But the average for the exam was a 90%, the lowest was a 77, and highest was 100%. So we already got like our grades and stuff. And you guys know here that I never share my grades and stuff like that, because you know we all try to compare ourselves and stuff like that. But yeah, that is how my first exam went, and right now we are just waiting to go online through Zoom for my research class. So that class is it's online. The first 3 weeks we were in person, but now we are just online for the rest of the semester for this class. So we come for mental health, and then we have our break at home, and then we get online for this class. But we'll see next week, since we already have another essay due for this class. So we'll see, you know, how that goes. But yeah, you guys, that is my quick little update that I wanted to update you guys. I know it's just brief and short, but like how I said, nothing really much crazy goes on during the semester, and when there does, you know, I will update you guys on how it is. Hello guys, welcome back. So I just wanted to come on here and update you guys. I just got back from completing my first clinical. Do not mind under my eyes, I know I have mascara. So I just wanted to talk about how my experience went. So we were there from 6:45 until 12. So it's a really short, you know, clinical, and it was kind of interesting, you know, like how I told you guys before. It's quite different. You know, got there, we had to sign in, take our temperature, you know, sign in, and then one thing I noticed was, like, you know, all the doors were locked. Like if you had access, you had to use you know, the keys. So it's kind of a different environment. You know, we did get to hear reports. So we were basically with like all the substance abuse patients, you know, patients that are on alcohol withdrawal, people that come in for intoxication, and then like, you know, suicide and stuff like that. So basically when we got there, we were just intent for the nurses to give reports. There was just 2 nurses on that floor, and each of them got 20 patients. I know that's kind of like, you know, like a crazy ratio, but that's how it is for psych. So they got 20 patients each. They talked about each of the patients, what they came in for, what meds they were on, and like, you know, what to watch out for that patient. So they talked about that for quite a while. I think it was like 30 minutes to 40 minutes. But they were in a room talking about every patient. You know, when you go into the hospital, like on a regular med-surg floor, you go into each patient's room and give report. In this case, for mental health, it was not like that. So we were in a room that was private, just for each nurse, you know, to tell about what was going on with each patient. So after report, basically me and my classmates, we were paired together. Everyone was paired together with someone else, and we just started to look up a patient that we wanted to, you know, assess. And basically we looked at the patient's chart, way different. Everything was in the paper. It was like everything was paper chart. It was not, you know, on the computer, like how from what you are used to. So, you know, that was also different. And then from that, our instructor, she brought us a breakfast sandwich, you know, which was really nice from her to do, just because we're not going to be having lunch. So yeah, she was really nice for her to bring us sandwiches. From there, then we ended up playing a game with the patients, and you know, we interacted with them. And then after that, we got to attend a meeting, which was kind of like the AA meeting, but it was quite different from doing AA meetings. I feel like after me joining the AA meeting, like I kind of like knew what the patients were going to talk about, but this one was quite different because each patient would talk about like you know, how they were feeling or how they were doing and stuff like that. And I really liked how the social worker would ask the patients questions and what they would do differently. Really liked how the social worker would interact with each of the patient, and how each of the patients would be so supportive of one another and tell each other like, oh, we know how you feel, we've gone through that. I really liked that about, you know, the patients and stuff like that. We did not get to assess our patients, unfortunately. When we wanted to assess our patient, he was sleeping, and then we did get to see our patient in the AA meeting, so that's when we kind of from far away got to do like our mental health exam. But that's what basically happens in clinical. Then we went to this amazing tech, you guys. I feel like we all needed that motivational talk. Like, I just loved her energy, how she all made us go around the room and tell each other how we felt about that certain individual. And I feel like that was like, we all needed that. And you know, we all try not to cry, but yeah, that is something that I will not share like what went on. But yes, we all got teary-eyed, and I just loved the tech. She was amazing. Like, you could tell that she loved her job, and you know, that's what's something that you needed. But yeah, you guys, that's how my clinical went. Super short, not really much going on, but you know, I did learn a lot today. And you know, one thing I did learn from the tech was that self-care is important. So you have to have a motive on what keeps you going, from what I learned from today. So yeah, I'm really glad that I was able to meet that tech. We'll see if we see her the next 3 times that we get to go into mental health clinical. But yeah, you guys, that is my quick little update. I'm hoping you guys did enjoy my little update.